morning. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. My name is Leon Jones. Today is Monday, October 10th, 2016. You can tune into the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show every Saturday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time, right here on Blog Talk Radio. Guest call-in number is 215-383-5785. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship and how it is beneficial to creating jobs within any economy. Don't miss the show. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show right here on YouTube so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a mature and professional perspective. Also, on this channel, we don't engage in any controversial or emotional topics, nor do we participate in any unnecessary drama or bickering. We like to keep everything positive because we're here to promote education. Education is power. Also, if you have a business or a topic that you would like for me to discuss right here on the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show, whether it be on YouTube or Blog Talk Radio, please email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Also, please feel free to comment. Now, in the comment section, I want everybody to understand that your comments must be pithy. And what I mean by pithy, stick to the topic, okay? This is not about agreeing or disagreeing with what I say. It's about your feedback on the comment that I present. In other words, if I put something out about politics or not endorsing any candidate, I'm going to give you my feedback because the object is to be fair and balanced on this channel. I want to let you as the audience decide, and I'm going to do something new when I get good comments, start utilizing them as talking points, just getting my audience involved with what's going on to see how educated they are, to see if you really do read, because you have a number of individuals who don't read. They just utilize talking points from a source such as Cosmopolitan or Vogue or some other touchy-feely source. We do not do touchy-feely here. We're not politically correct. We are objective here on the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show. This is why I tell you why there's no need for drama or debate. I simply want your feedback in an objective way on a topic that I present. That's called education, because the same way you learn from me, I am going to learn from you. Now, on to this morning's topic. And we are going to get a further in-depth analysis of last night's debate. I apologize that I was tired last night. I wanted to make sure I got everything in detail. Tried my best. It was 11:30 at night when the debate went off here. And to be objective, I gave you an overview. But now, after gathering all the information, reviewing the debate once more, no matter how you spin it, Donald Trump clearly won the debate. I mean, Hillary Clinton couldn't even do the rope-a-dope. He went after her about the emails, taxes, Benghazi. He attacked the Clintons. Now, here's why this is all significant. You see, we already know what the issues are. We've always known what the issues were. But this debate is much different than anything I've ever seen, because you have basically one man going up against his own party, the Democratic Party, and the liberal media machine. Well, he outmaneuvered everybody last night. The smart thing that he did, he went on the offensive. The first debate, he was trying to be substantive. What happens in politics, if you talk about the issues, it's going to be a stalemate. Because basically when you debate, it's what you say versus what I say. It basically cancels one another out until some empirical evidence is shown about each other's plans. Because I did go on Hillary's site yesterday, and I wanted to find out what she was talking about. And the only thing that I could see, particularly healthcare, she wanted to put some caps out there on certain monies, I believe. But she just has a list of issues that she cares about. There's no plan. I mean, a plan is drawn out. So if you go to HillaryClinton.com, look at her website. That's why she always mentions, well, if you want to find out something, go to the website. There's nothing on the website. And it's issues that we already know about that she's talking about. She has no clear-cut plan. And that's why she got wiped out last night. And she got wiped out based on style. Let me tell you how this political arena works, folks. I call it the split 80-20 rule. What I mean by the split 80-20 rule, you have two parties. You take 80, you divide it by 2, you get 40. Now, why is 40 significant? Because out of 100%, the first thing that you must do as a candidate is get your base. Now, usually, if you are Republican or Democrat, you want to solidify your 40%. As a Republican, the Democrat solidifies their 40%. Now, who are you going after? You're going after the 20% of undecided voters. And what Donald Trump did last night, he solidified his base. He had to do that. If he did not have a good debate performance, he would have gone deeper into the polls. But what he did, he went on attack mode last night. She was backpedaling. Then she tried to attack his character, bring up the women. When you're on the fence, this is what you do. You start to reach for anything. You're grasping for air. Not that I'm endorsing him. It's just what really happened. And let me tell you what he did do that I've never seen any Republican do as long as I've been watching debates. He went after the Clintons. He attacked George Soros. In fact, George Soros is a billionaire. He's a socialist. He's the one who actually funded the Black Lives Matter movement. You can look that up. He attacked the DNC. He went after the media because the media was trying to aid Hillary Clinton. You had Anderson Cooper. He was trying to interrupt Trump. You had Martha Raddatz. Now, Martha Raddatz doesn't like Trump in the first place because she had already had an issue with him when she had interviewed him during the primaries. She's an ABC correspondent. So I already saw the bias right there. And even with the help that the media was trying to give Hillary, she couldn't recover from the offensive onslaught that Donald Trump was putting on her. Donald Trump even disagreed with his own running mate, that's vice presidential candidate Michael Pence, about what's going on in Syria. You may want to prosecute any Russia or Syrian for war crimes. No, he said we're going to ignore that and go after ISIS, which to me, that's a smart move because ISIS is the one that's committing all of the terrorism that you see today. Also, he attacked his own establishment Republicans who are in Congress for not being effective leaders. Now, the only person that's come close to Donald Trump has been Ted Cruz. And this is what you have going on right now. And this is what the Republicans are afraid of because they're trying to distance themselves from Donald Trump because their congressional seats are up for grabs. But I will make my prediction on this. The Republicans will maintain at least the House. And as far as the Senate is concerned, they may have a slight majority. But that just depends on how many seats are up for grabs. I do know right now that my former state, Pennsylvania, Pat Toomey, is leading that debate. He's leading that. He's winning his debates. He's also leading in the polls in Pennsylvania for that seat. So I want everybody to know that. And this being important, everybody needs to get out and vote. Please don't say your vote doesn't count. It does, no matter what you hear. But you have to understand who you're voting for. And this next debate coming up, we already know about the issues. And the reason why I said last night it was a lot of mudslinging, and it was mudslinging. It was. Because she tried to sling mud back at him as well. It just didn't work because everybody saw right through Hillary. She's very transparent. But Donald Trump went on the offensive last night. Talked about taxes. Again, health care. Even brought up we don't need a lot of environmental regulations. The EPA is slowing the energy process down. Talked about small businesses. He incorporated the issues into his offensive onslaught. That was very smart. Now I'm going to tell you, if he goes after Hillary Clinton this time, and I believe he is, because I can tell you, here's what happened. They didn't even shake hands when they were introduced during the second debate. So I knew something was up. And then they brought up everything about what he said about women. Let me tell you something. And then there was, I think Gloria Steinem was in the audience. She said, all that locker room talk, that's why we need a woman as president. She needs to be quiet. We talk about women in the locker room. They talk about us in the locker room. You can't legislate free speech. This is why you don't want somebody like a Gloria Steinem in power, because she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's trying to get her 2 cents in. Her days have since passed. She's not relevant anymore. But let me stick to the Donald Trump victory. Donald Trump utilized style. And it looks like to get to 20%, the last debate is going to be about style. You can see a contrast. And again, what I told you last night and what I've told you before, you have to be objective. But even with the assistance of the media, it is nothing that Hillary could have done. Because what Donald Trump did, he said it's 1 against 3. He also, every time the media tried to silence him, he said, excuse me. Kept on making this point. And he said, hey, you allowed Hillary to go on for a minute, but when I went on for 25 seconds longer than 2 minutes, you want to silence me. The media didn't do Hillary any favors. The political operatives didn't do her any favors. Her husband, I saw a picture of him. He looked confused. Didn't do her any favors. To my audience, think about getting into politics. It's a blood sport. You have to have a thin skin. It's just like being here on YouTube. But see, YouTube is a little different from being in politics. But you must understand the game that's being played. One of the reasons why Donald Trump as well won the debate, because he understands the game as a civilian. He donated money to the Hillary Clinton campaign in 2008 when she was running against President Obama. And she knows, she herself knows, no matter what is said about her and Obama, they didn't like each other during the 2008 debate. He only put her in that position because he wanted to make amends. That's why he did it. That's the game right there. Because Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton don't get along. You may see it on stage. That's all a facade. But this debate, my friends, it was a winner for Donald Trump. No matter how objective I saw it last night in that previous video, I said they were both slinging mud. But when you actually put some reality behind the whole debate structure, it was clearly a Donald Trump night. And he won the debate by utilizing his style with the issues. And that's this commentary for this edition of the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Please be gentle and respectful with each other, and have a wonderful and blessed day.